Okay, let's do this thing. Monday Night Raw. That's on my eye right there. Monday Night Raw. What we got going for Monday Night Raw? What is this? How far are we away from Hell in a Cell and whatnot? I'm not even sure at this point. But a few weeks away, I know that. But where were they at? Evansville, Indiana. Kicking it off with Matt Riddle as they talked about what happened on SmackDown last Friday with the Usos defeating RK Bro to win the now the unified tag team championships on there. Matt Riddle came out to do a promo, basically, talk about they lost and everything, and he said with a heavy heart because he talked about Orton, it's his friend, his mentor, he's a bro and everything, and we had to have the time of our lives and stuff. But, Orton's back was giving him a lot of problems, but he didn't want to, he didn't want to let down Riddle, and he wanted to follow through and wanted to do this match because he said he could barely walk before this match even happened, all right? And, he wanted to do this because it meant a lot to the fans. Matt Riddle then ended up talking about how, him and Orton lost to the Usos, and, the Usos are a hell of a tag team. They done their thing, but Roman got involved, and Riddle basically said that Reigns is tribal trash, and he said he's going to get his revenge on the entire bloodline. So he doesn't know if RK Bro will ever even happen again or whatnot. He knows Orton's watching at home, and basically he doesn't know what the future is going to hold, but he did promise one thing, because, everybody started chanting RK Bro then, that he would get his revenge on the bloodline. So, very good promo by Riddle, which, he was fired up out there. He showed emotion. I'm sure he must be going after Roman next for the title. Maybe. We'll see what happens with that. But, obviously, he has to be going for Roman for the championship until Randy Orton gets back, which I just think is an injury angle. I don't think it's really hurt, but it's an angle right now. So, we'll see where this goes with this whole RK Bro thing. But, right after that, Matt Riddle in a team with the Street Profits who go against Sami Zayn and the Usos then. It's a good match at the time, but the Usos end up walking out on Sami Zayn, leaving him there, and Riddle ended up hitting the RKO on him for the win. So, Sami, man, how will this transpire? How will he try to get in Roman's good graces again, or try to talk to Paul Heyman to get him to talk to Roman, since he's going out there wearing a bloodline shirt? Being the stooge out there, the locker room leader to the tribal chief, as Sami Zayn would say, but being the stooge and whatnot. Bobby Lashley came out and talked about what happened last week in the cage match with Omos. Talking about it's going to be an almighty challenge and whatnot. And, a little tired tonight. But, MVP and Omos walked out there. Basically, you think you won something, okay? Listen, you was getting destroyed out there, all right? You think you top dog. That cage was faulty. That's the only reason why you won, just failed equipment and stuff. But Lashley says, you know what? Yeah, that's why I need you to shut your mouth and listen, because I want to match with him at Hell in a Cell. But he wanted a match tonight, and the winner gets to pick the stipulations for Hell in a Cell. But MVP, he tried to say something, and Lashley wanted to challenge him to a match then and whatnot to determine will him and Omos have a Hell in a Cell. MVP basically, Lashley must be afraid and whatnot. And basically, you're responsible for your downfall and everything. But, I've been doing the match and everything. But because Lashley says, when's the last time you won around here? Who have you beaten? Anybody? What have you done? Okay? Basically, MVP said, I made you. Okay? I made Bobby Lashley. But Lashley said, I made you and whatnot. Because MVP says, because when I'm done tonight, after I beat your ass, Omos gonna get you next. Him and Omos came to the ring, tried to surround Lashley, but ended up knocking MVP off the apron then, with Omos checking on him. Good segment, though, with them out there. I enjoyed it. Not bad. Lashley's here and there on the mic, but he has gotten better. But, MVP did his thing on the microphone also. Just didn't really need Omos talking, so not a bad segment. Next, what did they have? Someone, Dana Brooke, talking to Adam Pearce until Becky interrupted, or David Bowie. I'm about to start calling her. She's almost dressed like David Bowie out there. Basically talking about having last week of Asuka, and Pearce says, you know what? If you can beat Asuka tonight, it'll be a triple threat match for that Hell in a Cell for the women's title, which I'm not surprised that's really happening. I figured I was going to go into that. But Judgment Day was out there next. Priest told everybody to all rise. And, credit Edge and everything for what he's done. He has set them free. We can accept proud of who we are. We just, here to help themselves and whatnot. They can help the fans. They can just help everyone. Ripley said, I don't know to you peasants on Twitter and the simpletons in the audience right now. Basically, I could even forgive Morgan, failing me in the past and whatnot. And she could join Judgment Day as Edge, basically say, Judgment Day is truth. And the truth is right in front of fans. You're just all afraid to see it. It's physical and mental power. Anybody can join some. We can rewrite your career just under my learning tree, he said. From people like Tom Brady or Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan, offered the olive branch, okay? Like, I've had to scratch and claw. I wasn't handpicked like a John Cena around here, okay? I fought for everything to get where I am right now. And talked about the whole glass ceiling and stuff. They started chanting, you suck. It was Edge says, yes, you all do suck. Well, look in the mirror. But Edge started talking about people that could join Judgment Day, from Tommaso Ciampa to Corey Graves, Alexa Bliss, Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, even AJ Styles. Because, here goes my camera being knocked down. You basically told AJ Styles, if you join, your kids there, they can start calling me Uncle Edge then a little bit soon. Which we did get a tag match between AJ and Liv Morgan, and new Bullet Club out there, folks, versus Priest and Ripley. Obviously, Edge was going to get involved, which he did to help Ripley out to get the win onto Liv Morgan. Edge basically got in the ring then. AJ tried to attack him, but Edge and Priest ended up taking him out. Where was Finn this week? It's like he didn't show up. Like, he was there last week, so I was seeing there this week. Kind of strange. But this feud continues. And what I see was going down, the Judgment Day or the fake Bullet Club or somewhat Bullet Club they got going on with that. So I'm not sure what to call it. Miz was talking, I guess, someone in the back about Cody saying never trust somebody with a neck tattoo. And they're trying to plug his own TV show for a second and say he's going to take down Cody. Jerry Lawler was back for the King's Court. So you can surprised to see Lawler there tonight in general. He brought out Veer Mahan. I don't know why they gave this man a microphone, Veer, and he wasn't really that good, I thought. Lawler asked him questions, what's about you getting attacked by the Dominics as, Lawler, they called them the Dominics, but he means the Mysterios. You guys are so hairy that the dog walks you, and, he's trying to say all these jokes, and Veer ended up saying that, Ray is a legend, but he's too worried about Dominic there. Ugh. And basically took the microphone from Lawler and sent it in the air. He put it back in Lawler's hand. If he is that Veer I smell on you? And Lawler says cheap cologne. Veer ended up trying to walk up on him, but the Mysterios came out and took out Veer. Basically came him at bay outside until Veer ended up walking away, but they kept him at bay out there. Veer, like I said, the guy sounded like a cartoon villain for some reason. Did not sound that good on the microphone, so he just got a manager as soon as possible. Alexa Bliss went against Nikki Ash. I guess they're still trying to see what happens with Nikki Ash and Doudrop there. Bliss, I guess she's not regular Bliss, but she still carries that doll around, so not even know where that's going, but Bliss got the one with the Twisted Bliss. Seth Rollins in the back talking about Cody and this whole countdown clock and everything, because he says, what happens if the clock actually strikes 0? Because Cody did come out there and, take his weight belt off and hand it to a kid. Comes back later on, especially when he went against Miz. He went against Miz. I know Seth ended up coming out knocking Cody off the top rope then. Of course, he get involved. DQ finish, I guess. Knock him off the ringside to the ground. He starts beating up Cody then after that. Throw him into the ring. Steel steps out there. And end up taking that belt back from the kid and start whipping Cody with it then. As Cody ended up getting back to his feet and, slowly walking and handing the kid back his belt. So, where's that going to go? I'm not sure, because he ended up interviewing Cody. Talked about, Hell in a Cell and stuff, saying he will be there. Ezekiel went against Chad Gable, which Otis ended up getting ejected. And Kevin Owens tried to get involved, which Ezekiel won. And Owens challenged him to a match, like I'm going to challenge you in Chicago at Hell in a Cell. So we'll see what happens with Elias 2.0 right here. That's what I like to say, but we'll see what happens. Hmm. A little tired there, but we'll see what happens with that. Ezekiel and Gable or Kevin Owens, I don't even know. Lashley went against MVP. Like I said, not much of a match here. Of course, MVP sneaking every spot he could get in there, which, almost got involved, which they ended up brawling with a second, but Lashley got back in the ring for a count out, put him in a hurt lock for a couple seconds, and Leslie walked off after that. mm. But in the main event, Becky, Asuka, David Bowie versus Asuka. We saw this match last week, so I figured it'd be a triple threat match in general, and yes, it did end up being that. Becky ended up getting the win, and Asuka ended up inadvertently knocking Bianca down. So Becky getting involved does not surprise me. Not one-on-one was going to surprise me one way or another. So not surprised about it all the time. So I almost kind of knew it was coming anyways. It was Bliss. So there you go. Could have been anybody else, yeah, but I don't know. After a while, I kind of figured out who it was, and I was going to end up joining the Wow, why I feel like I've lost my train of thought while talking for some reason. But yeah, the triple threat though. What was I talking about? Wow, I also my brain just farted on me for some reason. David Bowie and Asuka out there. But yeah, triple threat, not surprised by. You figured it was gonna happen one way or another after last week. So there you go. That's Hell in a Cell with the triple threat right there. Don't know how I was gonna keep going on with this, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too tired tonight. Okay, long day today. But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodNight890. Tell me what you think about Raw tonight. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.